This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Dalton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sand.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play fake. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That's good for a Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, Hunt. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
57's the mic. 56. King. You ain't doing nothing today.
Mayfield to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? to Mixon on the check down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now a first carry from Giovanni Barone. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
First down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Once again, they run with Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. From midfield here, Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Cincinnati.
Wait. 2 by 2. Move. Watch the twist. Kill. Hey, touchdown.
They'll look to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch it.
Back to throw. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Now Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He finds Beckham complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Real. 50 seconds, Mike. Watch out.
Here's Mayfield. Keeps himself upright. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Cincinnati, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what?